So I have to admit, I pressed snooze on the alarm this morning. The alarm went off, I could hear the rain on the window. I could actually hear some wind, and I was hoping for fog, and I just knew the conditions weren't going to be great. But I dragged myself out. I'm now walking through the trees with a bit of drizzle, and I feel fantastic. I am so glad that I got out. I've come to a place called Surprise View, and for anybody in the Peak District, they'll know that really well. There's lots of gorgeous silver birch, and I'm on my way to Padley Gorge, which I'm going to be doing later. The actually overcast conditions I'm not too bothered about, because when you're shooting in woodland and near streams, then you don't want full sunlight. But it would have been nice to have some fog. But it's just great to be out. It's just absolutely fantastic. I feel so great. So when your alarm goes off at 5 o'clock in the morning, don't press snooze, or press it once and then go out, because I think you'll be rewarded with a great feel-good factor. And I might not get any great photos, but I know that I'm going to be pleased that I came out. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to find some sort of order in this chaos of all these trees. So there's clumps of 2s on individual trees and 3s and 4s, and what I'm trying to do is find something that's a nice clump of trees in the foreground that leads you through into the background, into some sort of distant interest. But it's not easy. It really isn't that easy. I've been looking now for probably an hour and still haven't found anything. The conditions aren't great either, so again, this is probably going to be more of a recce mission. I'm not going to get a portfolio grade image. I'm not going to get the most amazing image. But I've got to admit, looking for this tree, trying to find this tree, is so interesting. Anyway, I'm going to keep going and see what I can find. I think I might have found something. Again, it would be better if there was fog. It would sort of separate this tree that I found from the background a lot better. But I'm right on the edge of the woodland here, and I actually was drawn to this broken tree that you can just see here. But then just to the right of it, there was a really new tree that's the leaves are just starting to turn. Obviously it's just the start of autumn and they're just starting to turn. And I tried to take both of these trees thinking that would be a good sort of juxtaposition between the two trees, but it just didn't work in terms of the composition. But actually this tree on its own here looks really good. So there's trees to the left of it, these 3 trees to the left of it. In fact, just wait, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk into the scene, so I'm just going to put you down here. Okay. Hello. Okay, so what we've got is that there's these 3 trees here. So these 3 trees here which are anchoring the left-hand side. And then we've got this tree here with the leaves on, which is in the middle, and then there's really nice woodland in the background. And then this tree is anchoring the right-hand side. It just creates a lovely photo, to be honest. It's so pastel-y and calm, and you know, it's just overcast light, but I think it looks really great. So let's take it. Just to go through my settings, I've got my 24 to 70 lens on around about 38mm. I have set it at ISO 100. I've got about a 15th of a second, which is, as you can see, these leaves are just starting to move, and it is creating some movement in those leaves, which I'm not too bothered about. Again, it's just that ethereal look to the image. It's very sort of pastel-y, so I'm not too worried that there's some movement there. Okay, let's take it. Got mirror up, 2-second timer. It's not worked. Okay, try again. Okay, I've come a little bit further down the valley into a place called Padley Gorge, which is amazing. It's so stunning. There's oak trees, a fantastic river, and autumn isn't quite here yet here, to be honest. There's a few changing leaves, but most of the trees are still green. But I'm going to try and get across the other side of the river, and I've been looking for a crossing point for ages, and luckily I have just found this, which should help a little bit. So I'm just gonna cross over the bridge, and just look at this. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna try and climb over that way, and then I think there's a good shot up the river, so I'm going to set up there and see what we can get. Look at this tree, it's absolutely amazing. It's like growing out of a rock. I think there's a root that goes down to the ground there, but that is just absolutely incredible. It's quite a big tree as well. So as I spoke about on my video in autumn photography, there's one filter that you just can't do without, in my opinion, and that is the circular polarizing filter. And I just want to show you, if I just put it on front of this lens, just the difference it makes to the reflections. So I'm just going to put it on the front of the lens, and there is no polarization. As I turn it, you can see it makes a massive difference. If I just show you these two pictures, one is without any polarization and the other is with polarization. And what you'll find is that sometimes it looks better without, but you get, when you're doing longer exposures of maybe 2 or 3 seconds, you get really strong highlights, and the polarizer can help to massively reduce those highlighted parts of the water. So this autumn, don't go without your polarizer. Go and watch my video. I did a video about this recently, 5 autumn tips. I'll link to it here. Go and watch it, because there's lots of other tips like using a polarizer in autumn. This is just brilliant. Around every corner there's an amazing shot. So I've just stopped here for a second because when I just go over this brow of this hill, the water gets really noisy. But I've got a composition with this really interesting tree, and it's just great. I'm going to show you anyway. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to talk up a little bit. So here, I've got my camera set vertically. I've got the river raging down here at the bottom. and I've got some green grass on the left hand side here, and then you can see the tree on the left as well. And then just into the background there's another tree that just hangs over the river. It looks superb. Simply, I have got it on 24mm and I've got it on ISO 64 and it is 1.6 seconds. Brilliant. I know there's a lot of images in this video, but there's so much to take. I cannot wait to come back here in autumn. It's going to look absolutely amazing. Really is going to look amazing. Right, so if you're in bed watching this, well, you're probably not going to watch it in the morning. Anyway, you need to get out of bed and get out, because it's incredible what you find. It's just incredible. I honestly was going to keep hitting snooze and not get up and come out this day, but I'm so glad I did. It's cloudy. You wouldn't have thought its conditions were great, but in the woodland, by the stream, it's amazing. So that's it from Padley Gorge and my wander through the woodlands today. So thanks ever so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone that's subscribed recently and all the people that signed up for the newsletter as well. So if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, sign up. There's a free preset and I'm going to be sending out loads of stuff about my channel. And we're closer to autumn now. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, if you like this video, give it the thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot and I'll see you next week. It's tempting. It's really tempting. Don't think I can reach it. Oh, shame. I would have done it. Honestly.